So in conclusion, VMKit needs deeply your participation. There's a lot of work on the VMKit side. We need to optimize the thread library. So there are some optimizations on synchronizations, like thin locks, for example. That's on the VMKit part. We also need to implement a generational GC that works with LLVM, so that we could get better performance in GC. On the LLVM part, really go on hotspot LLVM. Someone please. Hotspot, so it will mix interpretation and compilation of the code. There's also VM-specific optimization passes. For example, predicate simplifier could do a lot better. There's a non-calls exception support, and work on compilation times would be great. So that's it. Thank you for listening, and I'm open to questions. Yeah.
Can you comment more on the Kit aspect of VMKit? Is it a bit creating with or various VMs, VM architectures over the LLVM?
Okay, so the question is why VMKit is VM plus Kit. Does it help on developing other virtual machines? So actually, no. So VMKit is a name we found cool, so we used it. There's no. It's just combining all these great other external existing components together. That's why it's called VMKit. But there's nothing that will help you implementing virtual machines. Yes, Chris.
So for startup time, one of the big questions I have is why can't you just integrate a simple bytecode interpreter and a number of works 10 times cheaper than actually only 50,000?
Yeah, that would be great. So the question is, at startup, we should have a simple JVM bytecode interpreter, and then compile it by the LLVM JIT when it's when the function is called like 10 times, for example. So yeah, that would be great. But if LLVM could do that,
you would love it.
well, that's a conflict. But yeah, that's doable.
The other thing is that we're using parallel issues is that you keep on interpreting as you're actually doing.
Yeah. So Ted says that on the parallel compilation issues, if we interpret methods, we don't need to have this lock, and so we can let other threads compile the methods. Evan? So the question is, who are those? Okay, who told you to blame Evan? So everyone on IRC. and you're not that often on IRC, so. Sorry?
So if someone asks you, who told you to blame Evan, you say Evan.
Yeah, who told you to blame Evan? Evan. Yes.
So how hard is it to plug in that dimensional garbage collector? Is it just writing the garbage collector, or is it?
No, you need to. So the question is how hard it is to implement a generational garbage collector. I have no idea actually. I know that for our garbage collector, which is semi-precise and doesn't have any stack information, and it's not using LLVM for that, it takes a long time, and it's really complex to implement a garbage collector. So I really don't know. If Garden was there, probably could help for the question. I don't know. Yes.
How long will it take?
So the question is, how long did it take to? So VMKit has a long history, but basically, you could probably 1 month. It took me 1 month to implement the .NET Virtual Machine. That's once the JVM is implemented. So yes. Okay. Okay.
So how would you compare to other savings done out there?
So
Or
the
is anything more strict happening than other tasks?
so the question is, do I compile Tomcat entirely before executing it? Is that the question?
How exactly what seems to be the method by the author?
Okay, so no, actually. So VMKit will look up the main function of Tomcat, and each time Tomcat will call a function, VMKit will compile the function. So since there's a lot of functions to compile, probably it's compiling everything, but it's lazy compilation. So I don't know the amount of functions is compiled. That's because of class notation, yes.
One more